그럼 잘 있어요. I want a divorce and I should go back to China.
Yulan knew Seo-yeon was getting impatient, so she gave her exactly what she wanted. She told Tae-jun she wanted a divorce. She told him she would leave Seoul and return to China. And most importantly, she made him believe she had no idea about the affair. Tae-jun didn't know that every word had been planned. Seo-yeon heard about the divorce that same night. She smiled. Finally. Tae-jun looked uneasy. She's my wife. Seo-yeon stepped closer. And I'm the woman you said you wanted. She took his hand. Once she's gone, the house, the company shares, the money, all of it can finally be ours. Tae-jun said nothing. That silence was enough. Yulan had been right. He would choose Seo-yeon again. So she gave them one final opportunity. She told Tae-jun she had decided to spend her last night in Seoul at their private villa. The same villa where she had died in her first life. Tae-jun agreed immediately. Seo-yeon followed. But this time, Yulan wasn't walking into the villa alone. Seo-ran was already there. Hidden cameras had been placed throughout the house. Every conversation would be recorded. Every lie. Every instruction. Every confession. Yulan entered the villa that evening. Tae-jun was waiting. Seo-yeon stood beside him. For a moment, Yulan looked at them and remembered the last time she had seen those faces. She remembered begging. This time, she smiled. I suppose this is goodbye. Tae-jun looked away. Seo-yeon stepped forward. You should have left sooner.
You should have left sooner.
Yulan laughed softly. You're right. Then she placed a glass of wine on the table. Perhaps I stayed too long. She turned and walked toward the bedroom. Seo-yeon waited until the door closed. Then she whispered. Now. Tae-jun hesitated. Are you sure? Seo-yeon grabbed his arm. You wanted this. He looked toward the bedroom. Then back at her. I did. And that was the moment Yulan needed. From inside the bedroom, she heard everything. The plan. The money. The lies. And Tae-jun's agreement. Seo-ran had recorded it all. Yulan walked back into the room. Both of them froze. She held up her phone. Their conversation was playing through the speakers. Seo-yeon's face drained of color. Tae-jun stared at her. How? Yulan smiled. You really should be more careful about what you say. Seo-yeon lunged toward her. Yulan stepped aside. You wanted my life so badly. She looked around the villa. So I decided to let you have a taste of it. Seo-yeon frowned. What are you talking about? Yulan's smile disappeared. The accounts you planned to take? Frozen. The house. Already transferred. The shares Tae-jun promised you? Never belonged to him. Seo-yeon stared at Tae-jun. You said. I didn't know. You promised me. And you promised me she would never find out. Their voices rose. Yulan watched them tear each other apart. The same two people who had once stood together while she died were now blaming each other for everything. Then the doors opened. Investigators entered. Seo-yeon went silent. Tae-jun turned toward Yulan. His face had completely changed.
Please, I never meant to hurt you.
Well, maybe. But you meant to betray me.
Please. Yulan looked at him. Please what? I never meant for you to die. She stared at him for a long moment. Maybe you didn't. Then she stepped closer. But you meant to betray me. He lowered his head. Yulan whispered.
You once said a man's taste can change. Well, mine changed too.
You told me a man's taste can change. She smiled without warmth. Mine changed too. She walked away. Behind her, Tae-jun called her name. She didn't turn. Seo-yeon was taken away screaming that Yulan had planned everything. But no one believed her. And no one could understand how Yulan had known exactly what they were going to do. Only Seo-yeon knew. Later that night, the two women stood together overlooking Seoul. Seo-yeon asked quietly, "Do you regret anything?" Yulan looked at the city. No. She had spent one lifetime trusting the wrong people. She had spent another making sure they could never hurt her again. She turned toward Seo-yeon. "We both died because we knew the truth." Seo-yeon nodded. "And now?" Yulan smiled. "Now we get to live with it." They walked away together. Neither woman looked back. Because they hadn't returned for forgiveness. They hadn't returned for love. They hadn't even returned for justice. They had returned for revenge. And this time they got it.